Welcome to another awesome day of FileMaker training. I'm Richard Carlton. I've been called in like the baseball AAA baseball team is like, the pitcher is down. I've been called back in on emergency relief status because Nick Hunter is sick. Today is an open Q&A, but we have some questions that have already been sent to us. We're going to work on that momentarily. All right, next question do we have? And if you have questions, please ask, right? Because here's the thing. If you hit me with a question I don't know, then I go to Jacob and he doesn't know. And then I ask Wim DeCourt and a couple other really smart people. They don't know, then it goes to Claris. So just keep in mind, it gets kicked all the way up till
someone can answer it. Yeah.
All right. So anyway, next question. How do I restore? Okay. So this is a basic kind of question about FileMaker. So you're in layout mode and you do, okay. It's not really safe. So a couple things about layout, Mark. So Mark, jump over to layout mode. If you're in layout mode and you do, in fact, I was doing a bunch of development in Florida and I was in layout mode doing a bunch of stuff and FileMaker crashed. Lost all the work. To save the changes, you have to go back to browse mode. 1, 2. If you make changes, you go to browse mode, you come back, you can still do Command Z and undo. Okay. If you run into a situation, and they're pretty rare, where you do a bunch of stuff and you do a bunch of stuff and you hit, and then it doesn't do what you think. If you don't close the file and you don't crash, press Command Z. Okay. Press Command Z and wind it backwards, okay? If you close the file, you lose all the Command Zs, they go away. Another thing I will do if I'm doing a lot of surgery on a layout, I will duplicate the layout. Make a note to call the new one version 2 or test or something, and maybe the old one delete me. I've actually found senior FileMaker program developers in their code write delete me on it. And it means what you're thinking is like right now, you don't want to delete it because you know that you might want it. But in the future, but you'll forget to get rid of it in the future. Right?
Yes.
You're in field definitions, Margaret. What are you looking
Wrong
for?
one. Yep. Is it Command Shift L? Yeah.
Yes, there we go. So if you rename something delete me, it means in the future, if you see delete me and you don't know why it was created, it means it's sufficiently stale that you can delete it. It's what we mean by that. So if you duplicate it, right, and do something like that, whatever, like that, that's what we like to do. That's a little helpful thing. And so right now we know, hey, we just did that. We don't want to delete it. And then 3 months goes by, Richard gets stressed out. I come back in here like, why does it say delete me? I don't know, but if I don't remember why, it's good to be tossed out of here. So it's like a 3-month, 6-month auto. If you can say delete this layout in 6 months, that's what that feature is. But you get to help with that. Okay. So someone says, oh, I did a bunch of layout and how do I restore that? Okay. Command Z. If that doesn't work, go to a backup of the layout. If you don't have one, then go to a backup of the file. And if that doesn't work, you're screwed. I don't know what to tell you, right? It's pretty straightforward. I know that not what someone wanted to hear. They did a lot of work and they hose themselves.
Doesn't Apple S save the layout anymore? Like, does it? I don't know. I've never done that.
Okay, backup. So you can do that if you have the auto save turned off. Then when you go from layout mode to browse mode, it'll prompt you. I'm not a big fan of that. I wanted to, because I learned it the old way where it always do it. Then along the way, so like Christian Olsen tomorrow loves that. So he'll do a change in layout mode. He'll go to browse mode. He'll say, it throws an extra. It's like another choice in life. Like, should I drink this soda or this soda? Would you like to save the layout? I don't know. If I didn't want to, I would have hit Command Z already. That's my opinion, right? But anyway, so
that option allows you to save manually even without swapping back to layout mode, browse mode. Sorry.
Could be. It could be, but the point is that you need to make sure that there's a save process. And historically, for most people, the save process is cycling it back to browse mode. And once again, the killer part of that is that if you crash without that, or you have a bunch of Command Z's that, a bunch of work you've done and you're still testing it and you're not sure if you want to keep it and you crash, all those are gone because they're saved in the local memory of your session. They're session specific. We say session specific. We're talking about from the time you open FileMaker and open an FMP12 file, whether it's local or on the server, from the time you open the file to the time when you close the file, even if your device went to sleep and came back open, that's a session. That's a session. That's a good question, Mark. We should add that to our rookie conversation.
The adventures, yeah.
What is a session?
Yes.
Let me check for questions over here. It's awful quiet over here. Kimberly, say without going to browse mode. Yeah, so some of these people use that. So my point is, and this is Goblin Jerky 23 and Canberra, is just make sure you say, because what the person, their question was that they did a bunch of and then they crashed or something happened, they couldn't undo, and then they were like, well, how do I get it back? I'm like, dude, do you have a backup, right? Or before you do any major surgery, did you duplicate the layout or something? Duplicate the area that you're about to do potentially damaging, dangerous stuff to. So yeah.
Yeah. No, I only had to learn that lesson twice.
Well, everyone learns it. It's a rookie thing.
I know.
It's a normal stuff that we go through every last
Yeah.
time. I'm glad to be back, and you'll see me a lot more in the future.
Yes. No. Thank you, everybody. Have a good one, and bye-bye.